Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we'll be doing a camera review of the new OnePlus 10T. So OnePlus 10T is the latest flagship level smartphone announced by OnePlus in India. Now OnePlus didn't announce OnePlus 10 this year. Instead there was only OnePlus 10 Pro. Now we have the OnePlus 10T. Again, this comes with the top of the line hardware. You get the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chip, great displays, good software experience, latest version of Android, and you get a triple camera setup. So in this video we'll be focusing only on the camera aspect. How good is the camera for this price segment? So this comes with a 50 megapixel triple camera setup. I also get a 16 megapixel selfie camera. So let's analyze how good the camera is for this price segment. So before getting into the detailed camera review, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. So first let's have a look at the camera hardware. So here you get a triple camera setup. It's a 50 megapixel Sony IMX766 sensor. It's one of the tried and tested sensors with f1.8 aperture, and you get an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera and a third 2 megapixel macro sensor. So that's the triple camera setup on the OnePlus 10T. Now in terms of selfie experience, you get a 16 megapixel camera on the front. So that's the camera hardware of the OnePlus 10T. So let's go straight into the camera details and see how the camera experience is. First, let's have a look at the daylight shots. Here you can see that the camera produces good details and colors are also quite good. The dynamic range is also quite good and it resolves shadows decently well. The colors are good and it is not as saturated as the iQOO 90 which we reviewed recently, but at the same time it looks vibrant. The images have predominantly cooler tone, which isn't bad by any means. The detailing looks good, but the sharpness levels could be a tad better, and this is evident when you pixel peep. Overall, the daylight shots have come quite good and there isn't anything to complain here. Now moving on to the ultra wide angle camera, it also delivers decent details, but it is not comparable to the primary camera as it is just an 8 megapixel camera. We would have expected a better ultra wide angle camera from OnePlus at this price segment. The sharpness levels are average and there is a shift in color tones when you switch from primary to ultra wide, and this is pretty evident too. Overall, the ultra wide angle camera looks pretty average at its best. Now moving on to the close-up images, here you can see good details and sharpness levels are also impressive. Once again, colors are quite good and also vibrant. The phone also supports a macro mode, and this is using the 2 megapixel camera, and you can toggle from the settings. And the results are strictly average and detailing and colors looks washed out. It is high time brands move away from the 2 megapixel macro lenses. Now moving on to the portraits, it has good quality, great skin tones and sharpness levels too. The subject separation is good and it detects it well even in complex backgrounds. The images are sharp, but the contrast ratios could be tad better. Overall, portraits are pretty well done on this phone. Now coming to the low light images, in indoor and artificial light, it produces good details and colors are also quite good. The noise is kept to minimum. The indoor shots in artificial lights also came out pretty well. Moving on to the night mode, here you can get good details and sharpness levels is also maintained well, and noise is well controlled too, and there is OIS to help reduce the shakes. At the same time, some images tend to be a bit smooth with noise control, but doesn't create a major issue though. Overall, the low light experience is quite good on this device. Selfies on the OnePlus 10T is handled by a 16 megapixel shooter. The selfies look good and the skin tones are also done well. The colors are good, dynamic range is nice and wide. Since selfies are more of a personal choice, do let us know what you guys think about the selfies on the OnePlus 10T. There is portrait mode for selfies, and here you can see good edge detection too. Now moving on to the video recording, it can do 4K 60 fps using the primary camera, and the ultra wide angle lens is limited to 1080p resolution. The video quality looks good in 4K 60 fps and stabilization is handled by OIS, and hence you can see a bit of shaky footage especially when moving. But the quality is still good. There is also 4K 30 fps which does EIS and video quality is good. Similarly, for 1080p at 60 and 30 fps, there is electronic image stabilization on offer and the overall quality looks good in this price segment. The ultra-wide angle camera can do 1080p video with stabilization, but the colors are not so great, nor the quality is good. The video from the 8 megapixel shooter is average. So this is the portrait video taken using the OnePlus 10T using the rear camera. So right now we are recording in the portrait mode, and you can see the background blur for the video and how good the quality of the blur is. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the OnePlus 10T, so you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the video. So that is a detailed camera review of the new OnePlus 10T. So summing up, how good is the camera on the OnePlus 10T in this price segment? Now OnePlus 10T has good daylight shots, good close-up images, portraits are good, the night mode or the low light experience is also quite satisfactory. The selfies turned out to be pretty good with good skin tones, but things are not so great when you look at the ultra-wide angle camera, where the quality is strictly average. Even the 2 megapixel macros turned out to be pretty much average experience, especially with the colors and also the quality. So it's high time brands move away from the 2 megapixel macro mode, at least at this price segment, and use a better ultra-wide angle camera for both macros as well as ultra-wide shots. So summing up, the OnePlus 10T has a good primary camera which is acceptable at this price segment, good selfie experience, but the secondary and the third cameras are not so great. That's one of the major issues with the OnePlus 10T. But overall, as a camera smartphone, if you are not using the secondary and the third cameras, it is quite good on the OnePlus 10T. So that's the camera review. So what do you guys think about the camera on the OnePlus 10T? So do let us know your thoughts in the comment section. This is Nirmal signing off with a camera review of the OnePlus 10T. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.